Hello, gangsters, and welcome back to the Me and My Thinking podcast. I don't know what episode this is. I don't know if I'm just gonna compile all of my last week's episodes into one big episode, or if I'm gonna split these into two different episodes because I keep filming these podcast episodes, but then I run out of things to talk about. But then the episode isn't long enough to I have 10 minutes of me talking about something, so I might make two joined together episodes. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so happy. So today. Jeez, and they wonder why I keep breaking electronics. It's because I keep dropping everything. Shout out to the back of my phone screen, man. It cracked, if you can see. But it's standing strong. It's standing strong. Anyways, you know what I found out the other day? That all these corporations are connected. Well, this is shocking, okay? Basically, Zara owns everything almost. It owns Stradivarius, it owns Pull & Bear, it owns Bershka. And bro, that's like a mind trick, I'm telling you, because you think you're buying from the competition. No, you're just buying from Zara's other brands. Because look, I googled this the other day. Because my mom, we walked past this store. Was it called Oiso, I think, or yeah. And my mom was like, Zara owns that, and it's like the Zara sports brand separately. But then I was like, what? Like they trick you with this stuff because they ain't selling you the sports brand clothes in their store. No, they have a whole separate store. So let me just see brands which Zara own because I'm actually shocked. Like Zara is just really expensive, and then you go to like Stradivarius and Bershka and Pull & Bear. It's still slightly the same, but like Zara is just more expensive. So Zara is owned by the Inditex Group, a Spanish multinational fashion reseller, along with sister brands. Okay, wait, show me more, please. Why is Google's AI Zara sister brands? You have never heard of us? Okay, give me a second. This is shocking news to me though. Like, bro, what we've just been buying from the same company the whole time, and no one ever thought to tell us. Like, shocking to me, man. Yeah. Wait, where does it say, bro? It had like all these. I don't want to read. Okay, so they've got basically Massimo Dutti. That's okay. Oysho, that's their sportswear brand. Pull & Bear. You got Stradivarius on the list. Utaruki, I don't know what that is. Zara Home. And then I swear it said somewhere they've also got Bershka. Yeah, on Google AI. Yeah. Yes, I'm rage baiting my phone. My phone's rage baiting me. Yeah, they've also got Bershka on there. That's crazy. That's like 90% of the shops I shop at. So basically, I'm just shopping at Zara. Also, shout out H&M Home, okay? Because if you want like the Lululemon Define jacket, bro, H&M Home, they sell, not H&M Home, H&M Move. Their brand sells the Lululemon Define jacket for like, it's not the Lululemon, but like it's basically the jacket for like half the price, which to me sounds like a good deal. So I bought that. I bought nice sportswear now. Like I'll show you all the pictures just because I don't know, bro. I was like, this is so cool. Now I understand the obsession with this because I actually hate wearing jackets, and this is like one of the only jackets I think I'm gonna wear because I'm going to England. If y'all didn't know, but yeah. So that's the jacket. If the camera. Well, that's strange. Anyone notice how on this screen the lighting's different? Do y'all see that red dot? Bro, are our phones secretly recording us? Like, that's crazy. Wait, where was it go? Where did it go? Nah, that's crazy. Anyways, yeah, so I need to find topics to talk about on this podcast because aim is to get this podcast episode to 30 minutes so I can release it as its own episode, and then we'll have a combination podcast somewhere in there. Okay. So what are we speaking about today? Yeah. To be honest, I don't know. What are we speaking about today? Let me ask AI for help here. Podcast episode ideas. Yeah, AI is really not helping me today. Okay, travel. Does anyone else get travel OCD? Like, I kind of low-key get travel OCD. And what I mean by this is low-key, I can't go to the gym no more, like, the day before I fly out because, bro, my whole gym set's ruined. It's always, like, do 10 sets of this or everyone you know is gonna die on a plane. Like, bro, I never knew this was a thing until, like, I low-key got it. And then, like, low-key, I've been, like, struggling with it ever since. So, like, the whole, like, 2 days or 1 day before I travel, I can't actually go to the gym, even if I wanted to, because if I know we're flying on a plane, then my whole, like, gym set's about, like, doing sets of... my whole gym set is about, like, doing sets that my mind tells me to, or the plane will crash in my mind, which, yeah, travel OCD. Great thing. Never knew I could have it. Also, you know what I realized about traveling? Okay, when they say boarding, that is when you want to be. Because I always used to believe like boarding and then the flight. That's different things. If the boarding gate's shut, you can't get on the plane. I never knew this until yeah. Because nowadays we go to the airport 4 hours beforehand because my dad wants us plenty of time, and somehow sometimes we're still rushed for time to get to boarding, and I'm like, it's chill. We can have a meal. Boarding doesn't have It's only boarding. No, boarding's when you're getting on the plane. Like, I used to think, but I think what I used to think boarding was basically when the gate opened and you could just sit there, because that's what it used to be when I was a child. But nowadays, when they say boarding, you're actually just getting on the plane, which is crazy to me. Yeah. You know, also, I realised Tekashi 69, he released some pretty good music in his time. Mala, da 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 da, but I never knew the guy who went to jail with, like, rainbow hair is, like, out here doing all that in his free time. Like, low-key, good for him. What else should we talk about here? Yeah, bro, I knew there's something I want to talk about earlier on. I was like, this will be, like, perfect conversation for this podcast. And then I forgot it, but... yeah, see, now you're all just gonna have to listen to me make loads of noise while I listen to these podcast ideas. Are there any questions you want answered? Not really. Topics or issues you care about deeply? Not really. Actually, let's talk Marvel, you know? I feel like they're actually kind of getting it back, you know, the groove. Like, before I low-key felt like Marvel was dying out, because after the whole Endgame Infinity War saga where, yeah, that was like their prime and I was watching them. And then they started like these shows on Disney Plus, which I used to watch through COVID. I've watched like WandaVision, I've watched all those, but like, I don't know, it just doesn't hit the same now. I don't know what, this is like the multiverse saga, right? Yeah, but I'm really excited to see Doomsday, because I just watched Thunderbolts, and Thunderbolts was like the first Marvel movie since like Shang-Chi and all the Spider-Mans that I've been like, oh yeah, and Doctor Strange obviously, but yeah, it's been the first Marvel movie in a long time, like recently this year, that I was like, oh yeah, they're getting it back, they're back in the groove, because before that I was like, Marvel might actually just be dead. But no, Thunderbolts was really good. Like, they're bringing it back. And I'm kind of excited to see Doomsday, so yay, big up Marvel for coming back when we needed you most, I guess. Yeah. What else do I want to say? Let me see, bro. I really stopped. Bro, when I'm having it's because I have conversations with my mind, that's the thing. Does anyone else think if they focus enough they'll be able to open their third eye? This is another thing I've always wondered, right? Because people are always like, open your third eye and you'll be able to see, like, the other realm. I don't know what the other realm is, starters, but, like, part of me kept seeing when I was younger, I was, like, terrified of it. I was like, I don't want to open my third eye ever. Because, like, I don't know, people were, like, in the comment sections of some TikToks, like, I opened my third eye and then I could never see the world the same. And I kept seeing everything around me, and I was like, that does not sound like something I want. But I don't know, like, do y'all think if you, like, concentrate enough on just your surroundings? Sometimes I think it's like the Truman Show. Like, I feel like if I concentrate enough on my surroundings, just, I don't know, for like 5 minutes, if I just stared into the air, that reality is going to crumble. That's what I've got. I've got this thing called visual snow, right? And I feel like I had to find it through TikTok. Shout out TikTok for always just, like, giving me new reasons to think I'm special. But yeah, basically visual snow is when, like, your whole surrounding looks static. And I've seen it since a little kid. Because when I was a little kid, right, I used to, like, go to sleep. And bro, I'm telling you, there used to be these red, blue, and yellow dots that literally, like, rained me into my dreams. And I used to think it was, like, the sleep sand. And it always used to, like, take me to, like, different areas of, like, my dreams. Like, the sleep sand led me to... Because I used to have this recurring dream as a kid. Okay, this is just random. I used to have this recurring dream as a kid that actually... I was going to be kidnapped. This was the most random dream I used to have, and it was recurring. It was like, I was a bad kid as a child, and then basically what happened was my parents left me at Rapunzel's castle while they went on holiday because I was being naughty, and I had to live with Mother Gothel. And back at the time, this was my worst fear because, I don't know, watching that movie Rapunzel actually terrified me, because I think that was when my, like, little brain actually processed, like, dang, I could have been kidnapped. I don't know why. I actually left that film, like, telling my mum, like, my mum still remembers this to the day. Like, I asked her leaving the film, are you my real mother? Because I genuinely thought, like, I've been mother gothled over here, and like, bro, like, shout out my mom, she's my real mother, she's a great mother. But no, I generally thought like, oh my gosh, what happens if that's happened to me and my parents are out there searching for me? Like, they were like Rapunzel, bro. But then I used to have this like horrible recurring dream of me being dropped off at Rapunzel's castle for some reason when my parents went on holiday to, I don't know, like a hotel somewhere. And yeah, and so somehow in the dream I used to like befriend Mother Gothel. Point being, it always like the sand, it was like red, blue, and yellow, and it would literally take me to the stream. And then I sometimes used to actually wake up with like specks of like red or blue, and I always used to think maybe it's just sleep sand. I don't know. Sometimes I miss it because I literally miss like falling asleep and there just being like this weird colored like sand that like takes you to your dreams. I feel. What else? What else? A really good movie I used to watch when I was younger was, what was it? It's like a really good one. A series of unfortunate events for years. I didn't know what it was, but there was this one day, right? Me and my brother came home from school, and we literally like sat at the table, and we were like eating food as usual. And we used to have like TV time on Friday after we got home from school, and this random movie was on the TV. And you know, like when you slowly get into a movie, bro, this movie was so good. I used to be terrified of that man though, bro. That was like my biggest fear when I was younger. Like again, I don't know why it's all like got this revolving theme of being kidnapped. I don't know. Yeah, no, those I used to have like really good dreams when I was young. And my favorite bit, okay, I don't know if people relate to this, but when you have recurring dreams, your mind actually realizes you're in the dream. So like sometimes when I have a recurring dream, because I still have recurring dreams these days, after like the second or third time, I know what to do, and it's actually low key fun because I'm like, yeah, I know I'm in a dream. I'm gonna have my best time in this dream. I don't know, maybe I dream too much. I low key love dreaming. Nightmares, however, are not a fun thing to do. Like, bro, when I have nightmares, I sometimes wake up thankful, like, oh my gosh, thank God it was a dream. Sometimes I like have nightmares, I commit like tons of crimes, and then I wake up and I'm like, thank God I did not do that, or like, I don't know. Yeah, I've had a lot of nightmares. And sometimes when I was a kid, I used to have dreams that I got like the new iPad or something for Christmas, and then I'll wake up and it's just an average morning, and like that was right before I'd opened the box and everything, bro. Now I've had some really good dreams in my time, man. Like dreaming is actually really fun. That's the thing, right? Like you see these Mr. Beast challenges, and they're like, could you survive what's it called, 100 days on a plane with no contact? Hell yeah, bro. I just sleep. I literally just sleep my days away. I'm telling you. What do you mean, like no TV, nothing, bro? My dreams are my own entertainment. Like I do not need it. Like my dreams are so fun that it's just too fun to dream. Like I'm telling you, I feel bad for people who can't dream because that is actually the best time. And this too, when you grow up, right, you realize like on planes and stuff, the entertainment wasn't as great as it was when you were a kid. Like when I was a kid and I used to go on a plane, I'd be like hyped for the day. I was like, yes, 7 hours of TV. Now when I go on the plane, I'm like, no, 7 hours on a plane, like, because I've watched everything on TV. So like nowadays, I just sleep on planes, and oh my gosh, it's the best. Because like when you sleep on a plane, it low-key teleports you. Like you wake up and like 4 hours have passed, and that's the type of teleportation. Talking about like kids and childhood, man, I swear in childhood everything was terrifying, and I swear I mean everything. Like I think my parents at some point probably gave up on me because, bro, I was the biggest wimp. And I'm telling you, like I used to have like sleeping problems because of things I'd hear in school. Like I remember first there was that whole Bloody Mary thing, okay, about like this ghost that would like come out of the mirror if you said its name 3 times. I went home crying that night, bro. I don't know why. Like I'd always go home crying because I've heard like these ghost stories, and my friends would tell them at school. There was one whole year in year 5, I was told this one story about this ghost called Red Cloak or something, and it like haunts the toilets. And apparently, like if you go into the last stall or something, it was like this. To me, it terrified me. Okay, to the point where I couldn't go to the school toilet unless I was going with someone for the whole year because I literally thought like I was gonna be killed in the toilet if I went by myself, and just like memory of me would completely vanish off the earth. So I used to have to like ask my friend to wait for me, and I'd never go to the toilet in class because I was too scared of going by myself and there'd be like no one else in the toilet and this ghost coming to get me. And I literally remember going home and crying. I couldn't literally sleep for like 3 or 4 months by myself in my room because I was scared it's like gonna like just spawn, because my room had a toilet. It just gave me a fear of toilets. Like seriously, it was one of the most inconvenient fears to have because everywhere has a toilet. So yeah, I used to like, because my room had a toilet, I couldn't sleep there by myself. So my dad actually, bless them, my parents were really kind at this time, and they were like very understanding of it. I had to used to sleep with my mum and my dad took my room because I don't know what. And then my dad said, like, my dad finally spoke some logic to me. Big up my dad for this because, like, I was there crying, like, Dad, you don't understand, it's out to get us. And my dad was like, you really think if there was a ghost killing people in toilets, you wouldn't hear something about it on the news? And, like, they wouldn't be reporting it on the news and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that actually clocks a bit, you know what I mean? But no, that terrified me. And then there was also that whole blue whale thing, which really scared me. Again, the whole concept of it was just scary because I completely misunderstood it. I was like, oh, okay, so basically there's this like guy out there who wants you to do all these challenges and he's out to get you if you accidentally end up on the challenge. And then, because everyone, the way it was talked about in our year, it was like there was this man who's gonna make you do all these challenges, and then at the end he's gonna force you to do the thing that happens in this challenge. Bro, I was terrified of that. The Momo thing, bro. I thought Momo and that blue whale man were connected somehow. I don't know how, but I thought those were the same thing, and like they were like, I don't know. That was generally what I was scared of. Then my friend used to tell me about how there's sometimes people on the street who come up to you and like chloroform you, like, and you're just knocked out and kidnapped, which is a real thing to be honest. But that terrified me as a kid too. The Talking Angela thing. Oh my gosh, because I used to play Talking Angela, and then one day in year 4, yeah, this kid was just like, yo, I'm actually Talking Angela has cameras in his eyes. That that was mind-boggling, bro. And bear in mind, okay, back then I used to live in Saudi, and Saudi's like one of the safest countries in the world. Like, it's so hard to get into back then. Like, it was 2015, 2016. So like, it was so hard to get into. So like, it's really safe. The punishment there is really large if you do anything silly, so it's really safe. It's one of the best countries to live in, safest countries, and somehow still, I was terrified that there was a man in this camera's eyes that was going to pull up to my house on a guarded compound, by the way, with security. I was still terrified this man was just going to pull up and knock on my door, and like, I literally went home crying to my parents again, bro. My parents probably thought, like, as a kid, that I was like a really annoying child because I would just cry over everything. Like, everything made me scared. And yeah, so I actually used to read these Facebook posts, and oh yeah, it was like, that chainmail that you can read online, and one of them was like, I am the man in Talking Angela's eyes, and yes, I've been looking at you guys all along, and I'm out to get you. And I was like, this is it. This is my biggest problem of the year. And yeah, no, so that was like a whole thing. Thank God I've kind of grew out of that now. No, I still get scared like thinking or things like that, but like I can also use logic more. As a kid, the logic wasn't here. Like, my thought was like, okay, there's these people. I used to think witches lived in my AC and they were gonna try and steal my cuddly toys at night when I was a child. Like, I probably was like a really stupid, delusional child, but like really, I used to like hold my cuddly toys like this close and my books. Okay, this is gonna be strange, but like I had books that I valued a lot and I loved them. So I used to sleep with the books underneath me because I was like, the witches can't get them then. Well, there was never a witch in my AC. It was just because I could hear rattling. And then it used to be like light, and where we used to live, there was like light shining through the AC. Yeah, I was like a vile child, bro. Because you'd have me like scared of everything in one end. And then, bro, sometimes the way me and my brother would fight, I accidentally bit him once because he got extra money for a bake sale in comparison to me. That was funny. And then one time, me and my brother were playing in the pool, and yeah, I almost drowned him. This one wasn't intentional. We were like doing that thing where we try to shove each other's head underneath water. People watching this, don't do that, but like, just to see it, and then yeah, but everyone's fine. Everyone's fine. Childhood was so fun thinking of it now. Because I lived in Saudi, and so safe compound and stuff. I love Saudi so much. One of the greatest countries I've been to. Seriously, my childhood was made perfect because of it. What we'd do in our compound was we'd go and knock each other's doors, like literally, or call each other through the phones. All the compound phones were connected. And then yeah, on summer days, I'd go out with my brother and his friends because we were like 5, 6, 7. We'd get like a big Monopoly. We'd sit in the clubhouse of the compound. We'd get snacks and we would literally just sit there for hours playing Monopoly. If we weren't doing that, we were playing tag. If we weren't doing that, we were playing Manhunt. Oh my gosh, it was so prime time. We used to play, I don't know what we used to play. We used to play so many things. We used to play basketball. Like, I'm telling you, everyone, like, I used to think, like, oh, I want to have a girl first, have an older, no, older brothers are the best. Like, growing up with an older brother, I think made my childhood so superior. Like, it was just supreme living, you know what I mean? Because my older brother had, like, that chance to him. Like, he could go and get friends. And then, because I was young, like, now I don't hang around with him and his friends. But when I was younger, like, I'd always just be dragged into his friends. And then, like, I got friends through that, right? And it was chill. And it was always, like, one of the best things ever. And that's why I think nowadays, by God's will and God's grace, if I ever had kids, I'd want to have a boy first and then a girl, just because I know how much having an older brother has given me the best choice. I think you can tell it with females who's had an older brother growing up and who hasn't had an older brother, because older brothers just make you chill with things, I'm telling you, because like when you live around that energy, you're not as Karenish about things or as sensitive because you're around the guy constantly and that's what you known growing up. Oh, that was so fun. We used to play Xbox. Okay, so I'm still scared. See what I mean? I still have these really stupid fears. I'm scared of the Enderman in Minecraft. I used to be scared of the Wither growing up, and this was where my older brother was like funny about this stuff. This is just random as hell. You know, there used to be those Minecraft books, and you could get the redstone one, you could get the survival book, and all those. We used to buy them when we were younger, and yeah, basically, I was terrified of the Wither when I was younger. And in that book, the survival one is the one with the sword on it. It shows you all the mobs, right? So what my brother used to do was he would open it up on the page of the Wither, and then he'd chase me around the house with it when he was mad, and I'd have to run away because I literally couldn't look at it. It literally terrified me. I do not know what about it terrified me. I think it's like the three heads, bro. It just looks so scary. I don't know why, right? And then one day my mum was like, "What are you doing? Stop doing this to her." And I was like, "Mom, look at it. He's chasing me around with this book." And she's like, "I just see 3 blocks. What is so scary about this?" So I can now kind of low-key look at the Wither. I still get a bit of a jump scare. It's the Enderman these days. That terrifies me. This is why I've stopped playing Minecraft, because the mobs low-key scare me too much. Even when I was younger, I was just scared of the mobs a lot. And like the Enderman these days, I just don't like it. I don't like it. And then I searched up where they got the idea of the Enderman from. This was when I was younger too. I searched up where they got the idea of the Enderman from. And apparently they got the idea of the Enderman from the Slenderman. I didn't know a Slenderman was a thing. Okay? And then I searched up the Slenderman. New fear unlocked, guys. Because what do you mean? It's just a really tall man who's here to kill us. Again, I don't know who started these like scary things in my school, but bro, yeah, I still to this day, if I see a picture of Enderman, I get jump scared. Like, I get jump scared. I still can't play Minecraft. I want to play Minecraft again, but I still can't. And I can never reach the end, you know what I mean? Because in the end, there's like 10,000 Endermen. Oh, that's my worst fear now that I think of it. That's actually my worst fear. No, it's so bad. That's actually my worst fear. Like, if someone wanted to put me through pain, just put me in Minecraft and send me to the end and like force me to play it and look at the screen. That would actually terrify me. Yeah, but so as a kid, I was an interesting one. Like that was interesting. I don't know, man. Like life was different as a kid. It hit different. It was nice. Yeah, we did. I liked the logic a lot, but that was what was nice about it. Like there wasn't the logic there. I used to, bro. No, life as a kid was just so good. I used to play Foursquare with people. Foursquare was so fun. Nobody understands. If you weren't on that Foursquare court, you don't understand. But in my school, what we used to have to do is like, basically we had morning like break before form, not before form, but before classes, and that's what I miss about primary school, right? Because when you hit secondary school for some reason, they've changed morning break into form time. What do you mean form time? What do you mean we have to sit there in silence with you? I'd rather have my morning break back, bro. Morning break was so fun, and we used to first have to pre-order if we were getting from the canteen because um what they did in my old school, if you weren't year six until year six basically, so if you're up to year five, you had to fill in a slip which said which food you wanted to get from the canteen, and then the canteen would have it for you waiting at lunch, so there wasn't lines, and then in year six you'd join the canteen line. So first everyone would pre-order, and then right next to the pre-order area was like a Foursquare court. And I'm telling you, this was what everyone was doing in the mornings. Like everyone, there would be like 30 people, and we'd all be there in a line, like year fives, year sixes, year threes, year fours, like lining up to play Foursquare against people, like random strangers sometimes. But it was so fun. It was so fun. You don't get those memories back. It makes me like sad because, bro, those were some of the best times of my life, and I didn't even know it. Like, bro, and like you look back now and you think, and oh my gosh, I wish all the friends there that I made, they have the best lives, because they were some of the most genuine, lovely people I've ever like met in my life, and it was just so nice. And even on the compound we lived in, it was one of the most lovely compounds. That's why I love Saudi so much. Like in the media always paints out like everything here to be like different, but Saudi was one of the best places I've been generally. So safe, wasn't scared of anything. Like you could walk around freely in the compound without being scared someone's gonna snatch you on the street, you know what I mean? And yeah, so we'd have so much fun. It was just so nice to like be there. Even the summers, the compound used to do like a bouncy house and a pool. And I remember my parents used to like take us to these events because the compound used to host events, and oh, it was so good. We used to like grab free food from the buffet, and then we'd all go to the bouncy house. Oh, it was. I'm actually gonna crash out because I miss my childhood so much. But no, I had such a wonderful time, and yeah. What else did we do? Like I swear, like as a kid, I was just really random. Yeah, now that I think about it, bro, prime time. Oh my gosh, there's so much I miss about like 2000, that era. That you know, they say like life really did change after 2019. It did, and I feel like it's because there's too much modernization. Like that era of life was so good, bro. 2014 to 2019, perfect timing, bro. MTV. I remember when my mum used to cook in the kitchen. She used to put MTV on the like on the TV. Oh my gosh, MTV was cooking, the music videos, the songs. Oh, I miss that. I miss that a lot. What else was really good? You know, Disney Channel. Disney Channel was in its prime. I remember like it would be a good day if we got to watch Ant Farm and we got to watch what's it called? Jessie. Oh, it's bringing back memories. Austin and Ali. Oh my gosh, Disney Channel was Good Luck Charlie. All these great shows I miss. Bro, Descendants had came out. R.I.P. Cameron Boyce. When I think of Jesse and I think of that now, R.I.P. Cameron Boyce, man, we miss you a lot. What's it called? Yeah, when we used to be on the bus, right? Because I used to be a school bus kid. I've been a school bus kid for a long time, and I tell you, your opinions on the bus change as you grow up. When I was younger, like, I was probably one of the most annoying kids on that bus because when you're in year four and you're like 10 years old on the bus, you like talk to everyone else around you. And like, yeah, basically, I just burnt myself at the curling iron here by accident, by the way. But no, basically what I was doing was when I was younger, this girl used to have the Descendants karaoke app on her iPad, and sorry, my nose is really itchy. I don't know why it's always itchy when I record these. But now, this girl used to have the Descendants karaoke app on her iPad, so I used to talk to her, and then like we'd do Descendants karaoke on the bus. Like we'd actually be singing. Um, I feel bad for the bus monitors these days because where we used to live on the compound, basically it wasn't we had a set bus monitor. It used to be someone's parent, and it changed each week. So each week someone's mum had to be bus monitor. And bruh, oh my gosh, that was such a good time though. Oh, even after schools hit different as a kid, knowing your parents had to come pick you up if you had ECA. Ooh, like that was generally a thing. But now when I was older and I moved here and I had to be a bus kid again, bro, it just hit different. I actually don't even miss the bus. Like I hated having to wake up early here because you had to be out by like 6:30 to get to school. Like, and that meant I had to wake up at like 5:30, and I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. I'm definitely a night person. But I'm telling you, the bus naps just hit different. There's such a bliss to them, bro. I actually like the morning bus nap was okay, like it was but it was always a struggle because I knew I was gonna have to wake up to like enter school and have a long school day. The after school bus naps felt like heaven. I actually think in some of them I might have actually just gone to heaven for an hour because literally I'd fall asleep and it would be perfect because the windows are big and where I live it's sunny in the evening, so at like 3 p.m. you'd have the evening sun hit your face. Oh my gosh, it was like God was giving me a hug, I'm telling you. And then I'd fall asleep, bro. I'd be in such deep sleep. My playlist would be playing in my ears. I'd be in such deep sleep that I'd start drooling. And at the end, like when we got to my house, the bus monitor would have to shout at me to wake up. And I'd always hate waking up because, bro, I'd always be in such a daze. I'd be like, where am I? I have to walk off this bus. And then in the evenings, it was better though because I knew like I could actually just walk into my home and take a nap. But oh, I miss the school bus. I actually miss everything. This is what I'm saying. Like growing up's hard. Because what do you mean? Sometimes I think maybe the best years are behind me, and I know maybe that's not true, but there was just this really happy bliss about stuff when I was younger, and like you don't realize it until you grow older, and all that's no longer available to you. Because I don't know, when you grow older, like everyone keeps pushing you into new things. It's like, oh, okay, you're this old now. Okay, you should be doing this, or yeah, no, now you're no longer allowed to do this, and it's just all the things that used to be fun and just so free and happy, they change, you know what I mean? Anyways, thanks for watching this podcast today, guys. I think this one's actually a banger, so low key, like and subscribe down below and put in the comments if you want more random podcasts like this and what topics you think I should talk about in the next one.